Day 24, Psychology and Human Behavior. Psychology is the study of the mind and behavior. It helps us understand why people think, feel, and act the way they do. Human behavior is interesting. Why do we make friends? Why do we feel happy or sad? Psychology tries to answer these questions. It looks at how the brain works and how we grow up from children to adults. It also looks at problems like stress and how to solve them. Psychology is useful in everyday life. It helps us understand ourselves and others better. We can learn how to be happier and healthier. We can learn how to solve problems and make good decisions. Reading about psychology and human behavior is like exploring a map of the mind. It shows us the reasons behind our actions and feelings. We learn about different theories and experiments. We discover how amazing and complex our minds are. Reading about psychology is like going on a journey inside ourselves. It helps us grow and understand the world around us. Do you want to join us in this fascinating journey to explore the world of psychology and understand the mysteries of human behavior? Day 25, Philosophy and Critical Thinking. Philosophy is about thinking deeply about life, the world, and everything. It asks big questions. What is right and wrong? What is real? What is the meaning of life? Philosophers think about these questions. They write ideas and discuss them. Critical thinking is part of philosophy. It means thinking clearly and logically. It's about asking questions and not just accepting things. Philosophy and critical thinking help us understand the world. They teach us to think for ourselves. They show us how to ask good questions and find answers. Reading about philosophy and critical thinking is like going on a journey in your mind. It makes you think about things you never thought about before. It challenges you and makes you smarter. Reading about these topics opens a world of ideas. It shows us different ways to look at life. It helps us understand ourselves and others better. Do you want to join us in reading about philosophy and critical thinking, and explore the deep and interesting world of ideas together? Day 26, Creative Writing and Poetry. Creative writing and poetry are about using words in beautiful ways. They express feelings and tell stories. Creative writing can be stories, plays, or essays. Poetry uses rhythm and rhyme to share ideas and emotions. Writing and poetry are powerful. They make us feel happy, sad, or excited. They make us think and imagine. They show us new worlds and different points of view. Learning about creative writing and poetry is fun. We learn how to use words to create pictures in our minds. We learn about different styles and techniques. We also learn about famous writers and poets. They inspire us with their words. Reading and writing are like magic. They take us to places we've never been. They help us understand ourselves and others. Reading about creative writing and poetry is like opening a door to a world of imagination. It's full of beauty and wonder. Do you want to join us in reading and writing, and discover the joy and power of words together? Day 27, Climate Change and its Impact. Climate change is a big problem for our planet. It means the Earth's weather is changing. It's getting hotter, and there are more big storms and less ice in the oceans. Climate change happens because of things like cars and factories. They put gases into the air that make the Earth warmer. Climate change affects everyone. It can make it hard for people to grow food. It can also harm animals and plants. Reading about climate change is important. It helps us understand the problem and how we can help. We learn about science and the environment. We learn about what people and countries are doing to stop climate change. Reading about this topic is like learning how to take care of our home, the Earth. It shows us how everything is connected. It teaches us about responsibility and hope. Reading about climate change and its impact is like joining a mission to protect our planet. Do you want to join us in learning about this important issue and thinking about how we can make a difference for our future? Day 28, Advanced Scientific Concepts. Advanced scientific concepts are about understanding the universe and how things work. It includes topics like quantum physics, biology, and chemistry. These concepts can be complex, but they are fascinating. They explain things like atoms, energy, and life itself. Scientists use experiments and math to learn about these things. They discover new facts and ideas. Reading about advanced scientific concepts is like going on an adventure in your mind. It makes you wonder and ask questions. It shows you how amazing the world is. You learn about the building blocks of everything around us. You also learn about the mysteries we haven't solved yet. Reading about science is important. It helps us understand the world better. It shows us how people use knowledge to make new things and solve problems. Reading about advanced scientific concepts is like exploring a new frontier. It's full of surprises and discoveries. Do you want to join us in this exciting journey to understand the secrets of science and the universe? Day 29, Economics and Global Markets. Economics is about how people use money and resources. It looks at how things are made, bought, and sold. Global markets are about how countries trade with each other. They buy and sell things like food, clothes, and oil. Economics and global markets are important. They affect our everyday life. They decide things like the price of things and jobs. Learning about economics and global markets helps us understand the world. We learn about different countries and how they work together. We learn about money and how it affects people's lives. Reading about economics and global markets is like learning a new language. It helps you understand news and make good decisions. It shows you how the world is connected. Reading about these topics is like going on a journey around the world. It's about understanding how people and countries work together. Do you want to join us in exploring the fascinating world of economics and global markets, and learn how they shape our daily lives and the world around us? Day 30, Classic Literature and Novels. Classic literature is like a treasure chest of stories. These stories have been loved for many years. They come from different countries and times. One great classic is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. It was written over 200 years ago in England. The story is about Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy. Elizabeth is smart and independent. Mr. Darcy is rich and proud. At first, they do not like each other. But, they learn to understand and love each other. The story teaches us about love, family, and society. Classic novels are special because they tell us about the past. They show us how people lived, thought, and felt. The language can be old but beautiful. Reading these books is like going on a time travel adventure. We see different worlds and meet interesting characters. Classics are not just old stories. They are about things that are always important, like love, courage, and friendship. They make us think and feel deeply. Pride and Prejudice is not just a love story. It is also funny and smart. Jane Austen wrote about her society with a clever and kind eye. She looked at the rules of her time and showed us the good and the bad sides. Her characters are like real people. They make mistakes, but they also grow and learn. Reading Pride and Prejudice helps us understand human nature and history. It is a book that has something for everyone. Classic literature can be challenging but also very rewarding. It opens doors to new worlds and old times. It makes us smarter and more understanding. It connects us to people from the past and to each other. Don't you think reading classic novels like Pride and Prejudice will enrich our lives and take us on a journey through time and the human heart? Milestone 330 points badge. Congratulations on completing the challenge.